following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Like mid-dance move Samus around there. I love that. Yeah.
She's on a times 10 multiplier.
Oh yeah, if that's DDR, she's going full ham.
Look, keep your eyes off of my video game girl waifu. Or soulmate, or whatever the fucking quiz I took was. I don't see the point in non-badass chicks.
Shit, I didn't even notice Malcolm on the end there. Nice.
I like the new Doom Slayer. It's fucking sweet.
Yeah, he's
I love seeing leg warmers spawn.
Right, so we have actually been resumed for some time now.
Oh.
Shall we? Every man's got a price.
Jesus wants a hug.
That's how a bill becomes a law.
One of my favourite peeps. Someone walks into the room and you were talking about this, and that is how a bill becomes a law. Oh,
What the fuck is wrong with these kids?
now patch the lab. Right. The next morning. The next day, you basically just have full bulk many classes with frowning checkmark people around.
Oh, those guys.
They basically, you guys do something, anything, and they're just like that. Because they've done nothing to make them smile and nod yet, except one guy who did like a joke Alvin told. Right,
That will probably be Alvin pairing up to one of the other guys and just be like,
You get the green cross.
He's just stuck in a loop. That guy crosses a box off, Alvin crosses a box off.
Alvin goes to prison. Right. First class, sleuting. This is a presence-based class run by... you've never met Miranda, have you?
No, but I might have seen her in the paper.
Oh, you have.
Which-
Mutant Thought.
That's the one.
Which sleuting is...
Presence is... You don't...
You have a sleuting skill.
You have a sleuting.
Yeah.
You add it on to investigate.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was going to say what you added, because I know it varies what you added onto.
Well, for the class, we're just going to roll a presence, like I asked. Just a presence check for this class.
Okay.
So just roll them presents?
Yeah.
21.
Nice.
2.
Not so nice.
No, sorry, 22.
So you have in fact
Also
signed up
20.
and volunteered for sleuting.
Apparently, yes.
Okay.
No, I thought it was
Also
great.
21.
Yeah, I'm in.
No, 22.
Okay.
I am 1 point better than your sleuting.
So we have a new student.
Howdy, man.
Miranda is inherently attractive.
I know. Hence the extra deep hat tip.
Huh? I can't see your hat, so...
Jesus needs a
Panic!
checkup.
It's a baby Jesus. For the listener who can't see, we're playing with my Seth Rollins Loot Crate figure that's garbage, but I have it.
Have 2 of it.
And 2 of it, one in black. Yeah. Because that was like the super easy way for them to cheap out. Just paint one white. Yes, it's a costume he had.
Damn, twice as much product.
I guess it's better than Eagle Moss model that they couldn't sell, which is their current plan. Yeah, I'm onto you.
Loot crate, just a convenient way to get rid of garbage you couldn't sell.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
It was frickin' Rose Tico, even though the WWE crates, for fuck's sake.
I mean, it's not like it's like they wanted to bury all the Rose Tico unsold figures in a landfill, but they already had all the Jar Jars in it. What I find interesting is that they've sold more Jar Jar merch than they have Rose Tico, and that says everything you ever need to know.
Yeah, I was watching a video that was talking about all these Star Wars things that are literally rotting on the shelves unsold.
Yeah, because Star Wars is shit. It didn't used to be, but now it is. And if you like Star Wars, you are a fool. A fool. Not Big Daddy cool. Diesel. And where are you from?
Texas, ma'am.
Well, you're going to have to learn how to use yourself and other people's proclivities to manipulate them. See Alvin for more details.
As you turn to look at Alvin is Eiley, and that's a 26, not a 22.
Damn, I see it works.
Alvin cheats, but you use what you have.
That ain't sound like cheating to me.
As long as you don't get too offended by the class.
You couldn't offend me.
Okay, your next class is going to be guns.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
Nice.
Your range instructor will check you out on the M9 Beretta.
Ooh, I never had one of these before.
43.
Do you want me to use it first before I open it up? Or? I'll just leave it as it is for now.
Check out.
Pistols is a 6.
That's much less.
Non-natural 20.
Okay, this is your Beretta. There are many others like it, but this one is yours. You're responsible for its cleaning, well-being, maintenance, safety.
I don't think that will be a problem, sir.
You lose it, you gotta replace it. Don't lose it.
I won't. I've only lost 4 guns before.
You a member of the NRA?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
$32, 26, 18, so that's not doing so good with the spray and pray.
Well, there's a reason for that.
38, 33, 34. Good rolls on all of them.
Now, it looks like it's time to check you out on a new gun. This will be your ultimate weapon. The single-shot Derringer.
You're joking, right?
Nope. Try and hit that target. Go on, try. You won't.
$15 plus. I don't think I do.
It's pistol.
Pistol? Oh, okay. 31.
Yeah, the bullet travels about 3 yards and then falls into the sand.
Maybe if you flicked your wrist, you could throw the bullet further.
Now, this will be the only gun you're allowed to use from now on.
What? You're kidding, right?
Yes. Give me that. Honestly. We'll have to start off with vehicularly mounted weapons now. But we're not ready for that today. So we'll have to wait till you get back from Vegas.
Vegas? We're going to
Oh,
Vegas
of course
again?
they haven't told you yet. But forget I said anything. Next class, bullet dodging. You are new. The cleric is a long coat faggot. Looks a lot like Tom Cruise.
Sir? How do you dodge bullets?
Geometry,
Oh, good.
mathematical probability, and physical fitness.
Ah, it's one of those I'm good at.
The rest of the class will begin as drilled from last time. This is basically a bullet dodging roll. You will need to learn how. So we will start off with simple little you need a 6 or better to pass agility checks.
Well, that should be easy.
Yeah, but you ain't going to learn anything from it, so you don't get to spend points in it yet. This takes a long time to learn.
Just make sure I don't fuck that up.
See, these guys are basically at the point where they don't get shot by the first dummy round.
It's the rest of
And that's
rest
kind
of
of
the game.
easy. Everything else will require a lot of work. If you keep at it, Like, even after you graduate here, if you just keep training and practicing, you can dodge Thomas Drake's bullets.
That's what we're
And
trying to do
that's
here.
what you want! Kill Soviet! Avenge me!
What'd she do to you?
She exists. And she destroyed all the world's food, wrecked my game setting. Like, really wrecked it. Like, she fucking wrecked it. Like, I had a nice world.
Or made it better?
No.
But on the bright side, she gave Famine a lot to do.
The famine's just like, I'm not even needed at all anymore. Right, what'd you get to?
50.
You are barely adequate. We will continue to work on you in future classes. I mean, obviously, this is after he's demonstrated the principle of the bullet dodging, but just get these students just open up.
Yeah, that would work.
See, now you see the value of the lesson. Next class, Computers and Technology!
Oh, yeah.
For the returning students, a DC 10 is all you need. For you, a DC 15.
Oh, I didn't even beat their one. 8.
29.
Plus end.
Yeah.
Remedials again.
25.
Standard procedures, intrusions, and that sort of thing, like DMV procedure class. This is just it. For the advanced students, you will need a DC of 16. You need to beat a DC of 16.
No. 14.
The remedials for you. You, Johnny come newly. This is a very simple intelligence check of a 12.
I got 12. Exactly.
Then you have passed your remedial introduction class. The other players will be able to share with you the various specialized skills you can invest points into that you only learn here. Next up is DMV Psionic Blocking class. The advanced students will require a DC of 16. The new guy will require a DC of 14. And it is awareness. Unless you have DMV Psionic skill.
20.
Oh, nice. You're actually beginning to learn how to keep out the nasty psychic intruders on a very basic level.
It makes sense this would be one of the classes I would do well in.
18.
And for the advanced students, they've brought in local prodigy Dexter Midnight to help.
Please pass that down.
Thank you.
And that's a 4. And a natural 20.
There you
You're
go.
doing really well. You're actually starting to learn this. Good job.
Well, I have like 6 ranks in it.
Fuck off, Dex. Fuck off.
That's not how you do it. You construct little... The advanced students are beginning to learn how to split their conscious minds into 2 separate alar, so that they can have one set of thoughts just continuing to maintain the psionic protection, which is like building a wall out of bricks to keep the things out, and then like double glazing it maybe, like whatever imagery works for your particular character best. Like you might be sandbagging an emplacement in your head, and the other one doing your normal things, because you have to start thinking about, well, I've also got to conduct an investigation while doing this. Eventually, once you guys graduate, maybe if you don't die, you will be able to do this subconsciously and keep all but the most powerful psychics out. Now, normally you would have lunch, but instead you can have another class.
Oh, it's one of those days.
And this class is your personal favorite class. Investigation. For the advanced students, you have a DC 18 on an investigate roll. No sleuting bonus. For the new guy, your introductory DC is 10.
Exactly
20?
18.
Okay, so you immediately master basic introductory investigation and move on to actual class and investigation, and may make another roll on a DC of 14, minus 1 because you got a natural 20 of 13.
-1 would negate my intellect, so 15.
Okay, so you pass on that too. So okay, so he seems to be pretty good at investigating.
Nope, 12.
No, you just had a stressful psychic class, so you're probably mentally fatigued. Maybe you should... Your tutor's like, well, it's a good thing you guys have lunch now, because it's clear you need to eat. How did you do?
Exactly 18.
Roxanne, what use are you going to be to the government if you continue to be very capable? I don't know, sometimes.
Lunch.
Go into the canteen. Good! Dr. Abominus is standing there. In all of her glory.
Hey, Dr. A.
Good news! We've got a new formulation for your dietary requirements, which means you'll only need to eat once a week!
Oh, dear.
He appears to be some kind of Bayonetta-like woman at this point. Shh! Here's some new, interesting shapes. Big gold bar-sized bricks of an amusing tan colour.
Okay.
Now, you're going to have to absorb them fully, and if you feel any weirdness, you've got to let us know. Come by the infirmary.
Boy.
This means you'll be more useful if you need to spend many days away.
That looks like that stuff that Jennifer was playing with in the lab yesterday.
It is the just stuff Jennifer was playing with in the lab. If by which you mean volatile chemicals.
Not literal poop.
Roxy, you're not making this any easier? Fuck you.
Big grin.
Fuck you.
Stephanie is also Cheshire catting. Then so is Anne. Then so is Dixie. She's like, that looks like more food than normal.
It's heavier.
What, you want to eat it?
I see food I must consume. After all, I have to make do with such little lunches.
Meanwhile, Alvin reduced down to a blob. I made the mistake of tasting it.
Silly boy.
Oh.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm turning that off.
You can do that.
Alvin can do all sorts of
Just a moment, Alvin.
really
Salt
good in a
shaker.
lot of ways.
Thank you for the cinnamon.
He's a blob. That could be bad.
Well, it's done now.
He's a blob, not a slug. Well,
Happen next time, then?
I'm really looking forward to our after lunch schedule. Have you seen it? It's huge. Like every single class we take.
Interesting.
Which will be done on an omni roll, so we're guaranteed to not do well.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
An omni roll is a term I use for, like, let's just see how well you generically do for a whole day of classes.
Right.
Omni roll.
These do not go well.
As soon as we're spending hero points.
Big. Well, to entertain you all over lunch, Dex Midnight is going to broadcast music into your heads from his thoughts.
What kind
This
of
will
music?
vary from person to person. Alvin will hear the smooth hip-hop stylings of Tupac Shakur.
Dex, you don't sound white. Are you doing a radio?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it the actual music, or is it? It's not him performing.
It's not him
it
performing it.
in his head. Okay, interesting.
Roxanne will get John Philip Sousa.
Oh, I know we are not listening to the same thing.
You are going to get the sampling from the Midnight Band's Greatest Hits Volume 5. So, not a constructed album or rock opera like they normally would do, but like a sampling of like chart-topping hits from Midnight. And there's punk, there's metal, there's glam, there's just rock.
Sometimes I forget how much variation they have. Good stuff, though.
Partway through the meal, Stephanie starts crying.
I look at Dex.
What? This is the song, it just reminds me of someone.
Oh, she's crying but smiling.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then.
Susanna? Okay. So I'll put that on the banned list, or you'll start the waterworks, no problem. You're a piece of shit, Dix. I am a piece of shit.
So, Dix, I noticed you've been a little more restrained lately over the past week or so.
Because I'm sick of people hating me.
Oh, people don't hate you.
They do. They're really annoyed by me, at least. You can't hide it.
Well,
And you know, there's only so much distrust, dislike, and resentment you can take, constantly being shouted at you all the time, before you have to make a change, and you can't change them. So who has to change?
oh, poor Dix.
Look, I mean, this doesn't mean you have to start hiding your burgeoning arousal from me.
Just
Stephanie's
I'll
just
actually
like,
Dix, no one around here
finds
finds you hot.
Dex is actually going to get an up nod from Elvin.
Dix is not eating.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Alvin is actually incredibly depressed. He's sitting there going, well, this is my meal for the week, I guess.
This doesn't mean... Oh, you haven't been told that, never mind.
He's not going to turn up for the next dinners because I've had my food for a
It's like,
week.
you haven't been told this, but this doesn't mean you don't have to eat. I mean, you can just not eat. I hope you're using this time to sneak into everyone's rooms and read their mail.
You not hungry, Dix?
No. Well, is that something you'd like me to eat?
No, I was just wondering. You just noticed you, didn't have anything.
Look, we've got a new character over here. Let's pay attention to him.
There's no need for that.
I saw you on the beach on your magic invisible bike with a very lovely young lady.
Who?
Dix. Is there something you would like to tell us about yourself and Ms. Stephanie wriggling all over your lap? Dix!
You're gonna get yourself in trouble there, son.
What?
Well, you know, some people like to cut themselves to feel alive. Dix just likes to taunt Stephanie.
I'm not taunting Stephanie. I'm just saying the new guy shows up in his fabulously cut, highly desirable body. That's very
Well, thank
interesting
you.
to many people, women and men alike. And Stephanie is a very attractive woman to most people,
Who appears to have a thing for invisible bikes.
who seems to like the vibration of a powerful engine between her legs. Dix!
We was just hanging out, is all.
Hanging out. I'm happy for you both, really. Dexter Midnight. Dexter Hubert Archibald Percival Terwilliger Midnight.
Well,
None of those are my name.
I'm just gonna remove my arm from your shoulder, Dix. It's not because I don't care, it's because I don't want it broken if you keep down this path.
Well, I'm done. Bar into thing. Starts walking up. Web swings over the floor. Fuck you, floor.
So you have in fact finished all your food?
Bar is inside body.
Okay, that's fine. So long as you've passed it within your cells, they won't activate the switch. Or the
Alvin,
revolution.
Bye, Alvin.
Poor Alvin. Now he doesn't get the pleasure of eating. He has horrible stinky blocks once a week. What's he going to do with himself? Lock your room.
Good point.
But, I mean, he was just eating bricks before, too.
I mean, he was... At one point, they made him eat it in just this multicolored sand form because they wanted to make sure he got all of the minerals and didn't just pick and choose the ones he
They
liked.
could at least inject it into a turkey or something so he can eat something nice.
I mean, why don't they do that?
No, why do you do that? Just rib cage.
I mean, it's not like he can't have the other stuff, it's just he has to have this stuff. Yeah, make it like turkey stuffing or something.
I go talk to the chef and coincidentally get a little bit of extra.
Classes, no time for more food, fatty.
You're not fat, Dixie. Don't listen. But I was
Don't
going to
listen to that
say,
asshole. He's just a voice.
if you try and do that, don't tell him it's for Alvin. Remember, the chef hates Alvin.
Oh, that Alvin hadn't. You got them all tased and arrested for working with vanilla.
That was just
Noise
the hair
and
that broke
misdeeds.
the camel's back.
Hey, that was necessary for the huge mystery could be uncovered.
Was it though?
I mean, he was already being rude to them before that.
Well, come on, let's get back at it. That ain't as bad as I thought of half of these.
Next class. Mathematics, English, geometry, science.
All the ones I'm the worst.
Advanced students will need a DC 16 to beat this.
20 on the die.
I mean, because it's an omni roll. I'm not
Non-advanced
sure.
students will need a DC
Okay.
15 to beat this. Ching.
That's worse.
Well, what did your number on die?
A 7.
So 17. Because when you change in a hero point and you roll, if the number is below 10, you add 10 to it.
Oh, shit.
No one remembers this.
No,
Oh
that
my god,
actually-
I swore I wasn't going to remind anyone
Yeah.
anymore just to fuck you.
So the minimum you can roll is an 11.
We didn't do it before, I don't think. I don't think we ever
Well,
did it.
I wasn't going to tell you.
Yeah.
It'd just be because we weren't adding it
Maybe
on.
season 1, but yeah.
I was doing it. Right. And your class after that, Etiquette and Protocol. This has a dancing component.
Ooh.
Well, you will need to pair up, so before we get our rolls done,
Oh, I thought we would. Oh, okay.
Etiquette and Protocol.
Sorry, I thought we would.
What happens if you have etiquette and
Oh
protocol?
no, I've decided to do things because we've got a new guy. We've got to get him familiar with it. So, your Etiquette and Protocol teacher is Helena Frost Bayer. She's a social skills and PR coach. SAPB MA 45 safe. She's a safe, not a Euclid.
Yeah.
And she's been like, okay, so we're going to pair up and we're going to teach you comportment and that sort of thing. So, since you are the new student, Mr. Strong, you may pick whom you wish to work with in this highly social, deductive reasoning class. Also, there will be dancing later, so keep that in mind.
Stephanie.
Our most popular first pick, Miss Richard. What? Just Stephanie wearing her Stephanie outfit, and you probably haven't come across that yet.
No, actually. What is her Stephanie outfit?
Underboob.
This is Stephanie.
Ah. Then I definitely made the right choice.
Well, hello there, stranger.
Hello, pardon.
Right. Etiquette and Protocol class this time is going to be all about diplomatic functions for the advanced students. But since you're new, you're going to have to work on basic comportment. Now, you're from the South, so I already assume you're familiar with basic personal skills.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
what we're going to have to do is just trim the edges off that extreme Texas formality and get you used to a more high-class situation, which you may have to be inserted into. For example, you will all be very soon having a special training course in an actual diplomatic function with an off-world ambassadorial team of aliens.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
What, for real?
Well, ever since the rebellion against the Krell Empire of the Crate people, we have been trying to get them on our side to be part of our intergalactic allies. So the Crate people will be sending a delegation to Earth.
Who are the crate people?
Okay, that is actually a misnomer. That's what they are colloquially known as. A race of aliens who resemble large storage containers. Or crates. They're actually known as Boxarian.
This is going to be rough.
So box.
I'm just hearing about this now, and it's going to be rough.
My understanding is that they are a proud and noble people with a long lineage and history and do not take well to demeaning jokes.
It's one hell of a coincidence in their name, then.
It isn't. They are also proud of their shape and can believe it to be the superior form of the universe. They have had a long war with the Triangle people, or Pyramidalians.
What can I say? It's to be square.
I mean, if we can find out what they look
That will
like,
go well.
if we can find out what they actually like,
Okay.
box. You know,
Well, that might be considered box face.
That is truly tasteless.
It is too easy to write this stuff.
You carry yourself well.
Big ups.
Treasure chest. Sidles over to Roxanne.
It's a mimic! Cast magic missile!
I am defeated.
Alvin, this is not good comportment.
Sorry.
3 points will be removed from Slytherin.
I'm sorry.
I was inside him.
I don't have a joke for this. I mean, I do, but I'm not telling it.
I'm sorry.
I was inside Alvin's box.
Roxanne does have the largest penis of the class. Mr. Midnight, that is completely improper.
All right.
I will have order!
All right, everybody. Let's take this seriously
Yeah,
now.
everybody calm down.
May I have the pleasure of this dance?
Of course, mate.
I don't know why I'm getting more Texan around you. I haven't had that accent in at least 10 years.
It's infectious,
You said that, not me.
but in a good way.
Okay, the point of the dance segment is to dance around to vaguely cheesy music and make occasional one-liners and incredibly poorly liners and incredibly poorly liners and incredibly poorly liners and incredibly poorly